Hey YouTube, it's Omar here from Washington Sooners, and I'm here to talk about the Mets. Now, if you haven't been watching the Mets in the last 12 days, you might be thinking, oh, he's going to tell us about more losses, more losses. But you won't believe it. Most of us know the story, baseball fans. 12 days ago, from today, the Mets played a game in St. Louis. Now, before that, they had lost 2 series at home. Their opener against Florida, and the next one against the Washington Nationals. Now these series losses really hurt because to start off your season with 2 NL East series and lose them both and one to the Nationals, it really got me fed up. So I wasn't happy with the Mets. Then they went out to St. Louis for their first road series, lost their opener there, and then on Saturday night they played a 20-inning game and won the game 2-1 after 20 innings and 7 hours. The game started at 4 o'clock, ended at 11. Mike Pelfrey got the save. Now since then, the Mets have lost twice. Twice. That was 12 days ago. We have 9 wins and 2 losses since that game. If you include that game, 10 wins and 2 losses. So what happened to the Mets? I think 3 things happened to the Mets. Number 1 is sort of a combined thing. The 20-inning game brought our pitching staff together, and now we have probably the highest pitching staff in the league. I think we have the highest team in the league. If you look at the Braves series, shout out to Live in the ATL. I know the Braves aren't hitting too well, and they can't get runners home, and I know that Live in the ATL spoke out about that. I know how it feels to struggle in runners in scoring position. I'm a Mets fan. We've been struggling with runners in scoring position for like 3 years now. But we're actually kind of getting out of that, but not really. It's all about the pitching. In that Braves series, we scored 9 runs in 3 games and won all of them. It doesn't say anything about our hitting. It says everything about our pitching. Our pitching's been unbelievable, and I think we can continue. Then, after that series, and we beat the Cubs before that, 3 games out of 4. These both at home. We had a 10-game homestand. But after that series, I'm like, okay, here we have the Dodgers. They're going to show us how to really play baseball. These series aren't really mean anything. So the first game was postponed, so we had a doubleheader next day. And I think Jerry Manuel made a very good move, switching up Santana and Perez. And we ended up winning both of those games, and we won today to sweep the series. The Mets are red hot. The second reason the Mets are red hot is Ike Davis. Called up at the beginning of the homestand. He's been absolutely ridiculous. He has 3 RBIs last night. He already has his first home run. He's been amazing at first base. Pretty good defender. Did drop a foul ball last night, but it meant nothing. And I love what he's doing. He's going to be a star someday, and I think we have of our young infield that's good. We have 3 of the 4 pieces. We just need a second baseman, and I think we could do that next offseason. And the last piece, Jose Reyes. Jose Reyes has been unbelievable since the end of the St. Louis series. He came back during the National Series, and he was terrible during the National Series and the St. Louis Cardinal Series, but ever since we got home, he's starting to rake again. They're starting to see the old Reyes. He's stealing bases. He has 4, but look at David Wright has 7 stolen bases. I think we're really running the base pass well this year for the most part. As for pitching, Mike Pelfrey's our leader for sure. 4-0, ERA under 1. I mean, the guy is doing amazingly well, and he hasn't done this before. He hasn't pitched like this before. He's always been mediocre. As for the rest of the teams in our division, the Marlins, they have a good team this year. They always have a really good team. I just don't think they quite know how to use it. And I think they could have possibly been World Series contenders if they had had Joe Girardi last year, because they had a great team last year. As for the Phillies, obviously they're going to come out of it. I mean, they started off really hot, 7-1, and since then they're like 4-7. They're really struggling. Roy Halladay's been great, but he got tagged the other night for 5 runs in 5 innings. So I hope they suck, because I hate the Phillies, but I think they're going to come out of it, and although I hate the Phillies, they will come out of it. They're a good team. They have really good hitters. Signed Ryan Howard for a 5-year extension this week. As for the Nationals, they've always sucked, and this is the only team I have some sympathy for because they've always sucked, and now here they come. They're coming out. I think they deserve it because they've never been that great at all. They've always sucked. I don't think they've even won 70 games in a year yet, so this could be their year. And as for the Braves, they need to get it together. I mean, their pitching's there. Kawakami, Jurgens. I love the rookie Hansen. As another rookie, what's his name? Jason Hayward. He's amazing, but they just can't find the hitting with runners in scoring position. Gloss struggling. I think Chipper Jones is done, and all the Braves fans. I'm sorry, but I think Chipper Jones is done. I don't think he has anything left in the tank. I mean, he had so many errors against the Mets in that 3-game series. One that cost them a game in a rain-shortened 6th inning. So that's my video, and hope the Mets continue to surge.